and welcome to NAFDAC and Your Health. My name is Tosing Omolaja. This is the program that brings you all the important information you need to know about NAFDAC, the agency saddled with the responsibility of safeguarding our health by ensuring that the foods, drugs, cosmetics, and medical equipment made available to us are safe and wholesome. On NAFDAC and Your Health today, we take you to the University of Lagos, where the Director-General of NAFDAC was the keynote speaker at the African Center of Excellence for Drug Research, Herbal Medicine Development and Regulatory Science inaugural symposium and launching. Professor Adeyeye, in a keynote address, praised the idea of setting up the African Center of Excellence for Drug Research, Herbal Medicine Development and Regulatory Science, saying it will go a long way in the development of our local herbal medicines.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this occasion, which is the first annual symposium. I appreciate all our sectorial partners that have been earlier mentioned, especially our Director-General of NAFDAC. She has been a great mother with good advices for us since inception. She's really marvelous. Please, a round of applause. The center was established in 2018 when a couple of academic staff and researchers in University of Lagos came together with the singular aim of collaborating to conduct multidisciplinary research, and thereafter responding to the call for application for the World Bank African Center of Excellence, which was awarded in 2019. We indeed appreciate our Vice Chancellor, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, who came in on time to support the center after it was shortlisted, and ensured that the center got incredible support from the university to get a good footing. We appreciate the World Bank ACE team, the Association of African University, AAU, and the National University Commission of Nigeria, NUC, for their tremendous support to ensure the takeoff of the African Center of Excellence in University of Lagos. The center, through the African Center of Excellence Award, has evolved from being a research center to a postgraduate teaching delivery center. We started off with master's program and PhD, and we started them virtually, and this year we'll be moving on to blended mode of delivery. The center is student-oriented. We support Nigerian students with funds for their research work, and we support regional students by regional, Central Africa and West Africa, and a bit is also given to other African countries. This scholarship covers travel costs, tuition and other fees charged by the postgraduate school and the university, accommodation, and a monthly stipend. By the end of today, we would have had complete approval. We believe we would have had that complete approval from the university, and by next week we'll be advertising our new master's and PhD programs for the session 2021-22.
From the Director-General of NAFDAC herself, in person. She has always been there virtually to nurture this center, collaborate with them, both in programs as well as in organizational setup. We do appreciate you for what you've been doing for us, and this is the beginning of the journey. This is not only quite apt in line with development of general African medicines, herbal medicines, but we have had various claims of even the cure for coronavirus We have had several claims of even vaccines for coronavirus, and we still remember when we had the issues of HIV/AIDS. There were several claims to that effect, and there was pleasantly happy with the Director-General of NAFDAC when she was on TVC 2 weeks ago to clarify some issues with respect to the development of our own local vaccine by one of the institutions in Nigeria and a few individuals. We must appreciate the fact that the herbal medicines we have are quite efficacious. There is no doubt about that. And there is need for us to always tap into the indigenous knowledge of those who practice the use of herbal medicines. If you also look through literature, the Chinese and the Japanese have also developed their own medicines to very high-class world standards. Now you have areas that they call naturopathy, acupuncture, and all the rest of them. We look forward to a time when our own African herbal medicines could be developed to such extent. But I know that a lot has been going on between NAFDAC and the various regulatory agencies, as well as the Association of Herbal Medicine Practitioners in Nigeria.
I have the honor and the privilege to read the citation of our most important and amiable Director General of NAFDAC. Professor Adeyeye is the Director General of Nigeria's National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, where she is leading regulatory and administrative reform through quality management approach. She has added strong governance structure and regulatory strengthening to the NAFDAC through discipline and motivating workforce, updating of regulations and guidelines, strengthening the local pharmaceutical companies through international best practices and encouraging local production. She has brought NAFDAC from insolvency to solvency and refocused the agency to be standard operating procedure-driven organization that has embraced international standards and best practices.
It's good to be here at the University of Lagos, especially at the inaugural launching of ACEDHARS and the symposium that accompanied it. So this is the outline from NAFDAC's mandate on regulated products that include herbal medicines. NAFDAC as a regulatory agency is empowered to regulate 7 products: drugs, foods, medical devices, vaccines. I was brought up on herbal medicines. So whatever you see now, if it is good, then you can see that herbal medicine is good. The World Health Organization has declared or stated that over 80% of people in the world depend on herbal medicines for their primary healthcare needs. That is a lot. And then you wonder, why is it not sounding that high in our own environment? It's also documented that approximately 1/4 of all prescriptions dispensed from community pharmacies in the US contain one or more ingredients derived from higher plants. 38 plant species from tropical rainforest
were responsible for 43 drugs. And we are living in the tropical rainforest. So you can figure it out. However, only a small portion of tropical rainforests have been thoroughly investigated for their medicinal potential. What is integrative medicine? It is to have national formulary first of herbal medicines. That is part of my own goal. We should have a list of herbal medicines that will have been thoroughly researched on, with positive clinical trials for cure, for treatment, that will be available in our hospitals. Drug development, of course, is the process of bringing a novel drug from bench to bedside. The 4 stages, of course, include the discovery and development. Then we have preclinical research, if there is a promising lead compound. And the next stage, of course, is the clinical research stage that has first phase, second phase, third phase. Many of the herbal medicines we have in our environment are very active, efficacious. However, we have to do research because not all of them are safe. What are the realities of drug development process? Incongruent confidence on the effectiveness of herbal medicines by practitioners relative to the scientific validity in research and development. Another set of realities include the development of herbal medicines within the framework of evidence-based medicines is still relatively new. Applying conventional methodologies that are used for orthodox drug development for herbal medicines, that's a challenge. You cannot. Now, coming to regulatory, the herbal practitioner, the researcher has done everything that they needed to do. You go to our website, you go, under herbal medicine, you will see the template that will need to be used in terms of submission of data. You've got to submit data if you want the herbal medicine approved by NAFDAC or evaluated before approval. The first level is the listing stage. And the procedures for listing of herbal medicines include submission of application with documentation. If you go to that link, we asterisk some of the items. Those are the ones that will need to be submitted for listing. To register for any product or to register any product, you go to napams.org, NAPAMS.org. We do e-registration. And once everything has been done, payment is online. You don't give anybody money, exchange money. You pay online, you get your remittance receipt and come to verify. So the review assessment of documents will take place. After that, we will now go to the practitioner site or the manufacturing site for GMP inspection. Approval is subject to the satisfactory laboratory outcome. After that, we do post-approval safety monitoring. I will mention this a little bit. Validity of the listing license is 2 years, but renewable. Next, please. The second stage is what sometimes confuses people. The second stage of regulatory approval now rests on the applicant or the sponsor. This is where the efficacy will be proven. This is when clinical trial will be done, and where NAFDAC will come in is that the applicant will approach an institutional review board, organization through university, through hospitals, IRB that has been approved by NREC, and say, oh, I'm interested in doing clinical trial for this particular product, what will it do? How should we proceed? It will include writing a clinical trial protocol. They will submit it via our online portal. We have on a new portal now, that is the NAFDAC.sm apply.io. This electronic platform, we call it ACEDHARS, is first of its kind in Africa in the processing of all clinical trial applications. We just sent emails to past investigators to alert them, to remind them that they have to use that platform to register their application for clinical trial. The review process for clinical trial takes about 60 working days. That is if you do not have compliance directive, something to correct. If you have something to correct, it will extend it. Once this is done, the product is fully approved, our job begins in terms of post-marketing. The respective company also must monitor the safety of its products using the advanced event reporting system database. Herbal medicines are important to healthcare delivery and can contribute significantly to universal health coverage in our country. Investment in herbal medicine R&D will also positively impact the economy of the pharmaceutical traditional medicine industry. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
The Director-General was also given an award of excellence by the African Center of Excellence for Drug Research, Herbal Medicine Development and Regulatory Science, University of Lagos, for her work in positioning the regulation and regulatory framework of NAFDAC as key to public safety and national health.
This is an appreciation award presented to Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, Director-General of NAFDAC, as a keynote speaker at the inaugural symposium and launch of the African Center of Excellence for Drug Research, Herbal Medicine Development and Regulatory Science of the University of Lagos. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, management, staff, and students of the University of Lagos, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Dr. Herbal, we proudly present this award for not only the keynote speech that he gave us, which was intellectually very rewarding, but all the support we have been giving to this center. And we also look forward to further collaboration with NAFDAC as an institution, and to you personally to draw from a cup of wisdom in the area of the pharmacy and pharmacology. Congratulations, Mark.
In another occasion, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC. This Memorandum of Understanding was agreed upon to further enhance the cooperation of both agencies in the fight against unwholesome food and drugs in Nigeria.
We're going to have this MOU signed because consumer complaints, consumer protection that should ensue from that. It is part and parcel of our own quality management system in NAFDAC. It is also part of the global benchmarking that we are doing right now. The WHO global benchmarking, ISO 9004, because part and parcel of what we are supposed to be doing is to be transparent, to be able to respond quickly to complaints from customers, and that is part and parcel of what consumer protection is all about. Because the consumer, our own logo or motto now is customer focused, agency minded. If we are customer focused, it means FCCPC will have less work to do. The government that has established all these agencies know that we are supposed to complement each other. You have sent us samples before of what, okay, and if you prove it that yes, it is falsified, it means that, or it is dangerous above whatever is above whatever level. It means now you have evidence to prove to whoever manufactures it that is posing danger to the public. Therefore, we are very happy with what is going on. Our goal is to safeguard the health of the nation. And FCCPC comes in to actually put icing on the cake.
I think that this is one of the most important things that's happening in many years. In all the work we do, the food and drug sector is by far the largest, to the extent that the primary responsibility of government is protection of citizens, protection of the integrity of a territory. I think territorial incursion with armed conflict and all of that is very remote and very unlikely. By far, protecting citizens in the space of what they put in their mouths and what they ingest is far superior to any type of armed conflict or territorial threats. And so the work is a lot. And the humility and the understanding to embrace partnership is by far important.
Thank you.
That's it for today. Make it a date, same time, same station, next week for a fresh edition. In the meantime, if you have comments, complaints, or you want to report activities of fake drugs or adulterated food product peddlers, our doors are always open. You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700-162-3322. For complaints, call 0800-162-3322. You may also email NAFDAC at nafdac.gov.ng. If you have complaints about any form of misconduct, you can reach the Reforms Unit via email, reforms@nafdac.gov.ng, or call the Reforms hotlines on 0909 763 0506 or 0909 763 0507. NAFDAC, customer focused, agency minded. Remember, COVID-19 is real. Please ensure you and your family follow the safety measures as outlined by the NCDC. Stay away from crowded places as much as possible, and if you must be out there, please wear a face mask. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water, and ensure you use only NAFDAC-approved alcohol-based hand sanitizers. See you next week. Stay safe.